Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to another episode of Compelled by Purpose. I don't know which road led you here, but I welcome you to take a seat and stay a while. I'm Elizabeth, your host, and without much ado, let's get into today's episode. Let's start today with a quick recap of what we said last time. I spoke about the good deeds, and this good deeds being bricks, the bricks that a man uses to build his house, and the reward that comes from how you build. It reminded me of a story, The Three Little Pigs. We hear that story as children, and it's funny, it's ironic how that now to me seems so close to reality, that we are like the three little pigs going out into life and building our own houses. And some people are picking straw, some people are choosing wood, and some people are choosing brick. And a day is coming, a huffing and a puffing is going to happen. In God's words, instead of wind, it's going to be fire. And it's going to test our works. And some people will lose their houses, lose their lives, but some houses will stand. And God is such a good Father, because in His pre-planning, in His predestining the things that we should do, He made a teacher available for us. He knew we would need guidance. We would ask questions. So how do I know what my good deeds are? How do I identify them? How do they become distinct for me? And so He gives us a teacher. In creating the world, He takes the blueprint and He gives it to a custodian. And He tells this custodian to go to the sons of men and help them build. Show them how to build as I have built. And to stage right the entity that is wisdom. Let's read in the Bible and let's get a proper introduction to this entity that is wisdom. Go with me to Proverbs 8 and let's start at verse 22. The Lord created me as His first course before His works of old. From everlasting, I was established. From the beginning, before the earth began, when there were no watery depths, I was brought forth. When no springs were overflowing with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills, I was brought forth. Before He made the land or fields or any of the dust of the earth. I was there when He established the heavens, when He inscribed a circle on the face of the deep, when He established the clouds above, when the fountains of the deeps gushed forth, when He set a boundary for the sea, so that the waters would not surpass His command, when He marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was a skilled craftsman at His side, and His delight day by day, rejoicing always in His presence. I was rejoicing in His whole world, delighting together in the sons of man. So right there, from the beginning of the world, God takes wisdom and makes him sit by Him. And as He creates the world, wisdom is learning and watching and rejoicing. Wisdom, my friends, has the blueprint of creation. He says, and I love what He says in verse 30, then I was a skilled craftsman at His side. He watches creation happening, and what He does is He then becomes a skilled craftsman. He has the secret to the very earth we stand on, to the secret why the sky holds up the way it does, why the sun rises at the time it does, and why the moon rises at the time it does. And he now is the skilled craftsman. And what God does is he says, go after wisdom, because he will teach you. Let's read a bit more. Proverbs 8 at the beginning, verse 1, and let's hear what wisdom does. So creation is done. And what does wisdom do? It says, does not wisdom call out, and understanding raise her voice? On the heights overlooking the road, at the crossroads she takes her stand. Beside the gates to the city, and at the entrances she cries out, to you, O men, I call out, and my cry is to the sons of man. O simple ones, learn to be shrewd. O fools, gain understanding. Listen, for I speak of noble things, and the opening of my lips will reveal right. For my mouth will speak the truth, and wickedness is detestable to my lips. All the words of my mouth are righteous, none are crooked or perverse. They're all plain to the discerning, and upright to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction instead of silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is more precious than rubies, and nothing you desire compares with her. I, wisdom, dwell together with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate arrogant pride, evil conduct, and perverse speech. Counsel and sound judgment are mine. I have insight and strength. By me kings reign, and rulers enact just laws. By me princes rule, and all nobles who govern justly. I love those who love me, and those who seek me early shall find me. With me are riches and honor, enduring wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, pure gold, and my harvest surpasses choice silver. I walk in the way of righteousness, along the paths of justice, bestowing wealth on those who love me and make their treasuries full. Don't you just love that? With wisdom are riches, honor, enduring wealth, fruit that is better than gold. By him kings reign, by him rulers enact just laws, by him princes rule. So the pursuit of being fruitful, of multiplying, of having dominion, is a pursuit of wisdom, because he says, seek me. Forget about everything else that you're running around for. Find this one thing, and with this one thing you get everything else. You get to reign, you get dominion, you get wealth, you get success, you get insight. The teacher is ready. Is the student ready to learn? Wisdom is supreme, above all things. Let's read another verse, and let's hear a bit more about wisdom. Proverbs 9 says, verse 1, wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. She has prepared her meat and mixed her wine and also set her table. She has sent out her servants, and she called from the highest point of the city. Let all who are simple come to my house. Those who have no sense, she says, come, eat my food and drink the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. Wisdom, the skilled craftsman, has built a house. And she says, come to my house. Come and eat my food. Come and learn from me. And the simple reason being Proverbs 24, verse 3. By wisdom, a house is built, and through understanding, it is established. If you're going to build anything, you're going to have to do it by wisdom. And wisdom speaks, and she calls, and she says, come to my house. Come and look at my house. And in her house, she's put up 7 pillars. This is what's holding up my house. This 7 pillars. Sit, eat, drink the food I have set on my table, and you will learn from me. So I want to propose this. Any man who is going to build, if I'm going to build, we're going to have to use wisdom. Wisdom is our key goal. When you wake up in the morning, wisdom is key. And that's all for today, folks. Allow me to take a breather here. Thank you so much for journeying with me. I pray the words spoken today linger in your spirit, and the light of God shines upon you to see something new, to guide you to become the person you were created to be. The world is longing to see it. I would also love to hear from you. Do write a comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless.